My pond sucks. Ayo, it's Crack-a-Lackin' Challengers. I'm your host, James Morelan, and this is my pond, my backyard pond. I made a couple of videos about during the summer, and it is currently the winter, and I'm going to explain to you what happened to it, why it kind of failed, and just show you guys what it looks like in the snow. And it is frozen over completely, I hope. Like, I'm stepping on it right now. Let's talk about my pond. What's Crack-a-Lackin' Challengers? And now that we're inside, I guess it's a little bit warmer. But let's talk about my pond and what happened. I've been holding off on this video for weeks, months, almost a year, honestly. It's been a long time. So if you guys remember, I do have my backyard pond. I spent a lot of time building it, working on it. My brother and I dug it all out ourselves, and I made a lot of videos about it. And then at the end of the summer and fall time season, I just like stopped talking about it, stopped posting about it. I have talked about it on live streams, but I haven't really explained what happened to the fish, what happened to the pond in general. I've seen your comments basically on every single video. I'll at least have like 10 comments asking about what happened to the pond. Where do I even start? So when I was building the pond, I made quite a few videos on it. Every time I got new fish, every time I'd feed them or like expand it. And then at the end of the summer, my brother and I did a big upgrade. We got a new UV filter so we could stop using chemicals and stuff in the water so there won't be algae. We also upgraded the pump. We also upgraded the sides. We actually dug out the pond to make it even bigger. We got more rocks. We got different types of rocks so it'd be bigger. We also got more mulch and different siding and edging. And then tons of new plants. Like, we bought a lot of plants from like Lowe's and stuff and Home Depot, and we just made it look beautiful. And I didn't really make a video on that because at the time I was actually going to my dad's house, so I wasn't able to film a lot. And yeah, then when I came back, I noticed that there were less and less fish. And I guess ever since I got the pond, I've had like one major problem. There is another pond in my neighborhood. Someone does have it down the street, and in their pond, they basically let ducks live, and they let ducks go in and stuff. So in our neighborhood, we usually have ducks like throughout most of the year. Whenever they're here, they're always in our neighborhood. Yeah, ducks. I used to like ducks. I used to think they were cool, like, animals, and then they ate almost all my fish. They ate all my fish. Ugh. I've talked about this in live streams. So basically, the ducks would fly into my pond, they drink, and then I kept seeing them bob down, and I didn't really know what they were doing. I didn't know if they were drinking water, but it turns out that they were just eating my fish. I was literally just getting a big feeding bowl for ducks, and they were eating my fish. I'd see them swooping in the morning. Every time I'd wake up, I'd look out at the pond, there'd be a duck in there. I'd run out, try scaring them off. Fly away each time. And this went on for a couple weeks, and I would still be feeding my fish. I'd still be seeing them, and not all of them were gone. And then I went to my dad's house, and I came back, and basically all the fish were gone. I still had a couple, and I was planning on bringing them into the this tank actually during the winter, because in Wisconsin we've had some freezing weather, if you guys haven't seen, like negative like 20s Fahrenheit as well. So it was freezing cold. And yeah, so I lost a lot of my goldfish, which sucks because I really like goldfish, and I also had some cool types in there. I also had my cloud minnows, and those guys were really awesome and they look really cool from the top, and I really wanted to get them into an aquarium so I could see what they look like from the side and not just the top. And also the ducks would go to the bathroom in the pond, so it would raise the nitrite and the ammonia levels in the pond, and it was horrible. There were a couple things I was looking at doing. Someone suggested me putting like a little sound sensor, so like anytime a duck would fly by, it would make a noise and then like scare the ducks off. I could also put a net over it or a fence around it so they couldn't fly in or they couldn't fly out, so they wouldn't be able to go in and steal and eat all my fish. And like, I did a lot of work. Like, we upgraded the waterfall, we changed everything, we removed a lot of the excess pond liner, so it was really smooth, it was really flush, and I was really excited with what it was gonna be. And then I was gonna catch the fish. I was gonna make an entire video about that, moving them into my 55 down here, where we have my goldfish, or Randa, right over there. And goldfish are some of the messiest fish in the world. I'll talk about that later in the video, but goldfish, these things are crazy. They just eat, go to the bathroom, and have so much waste. So as some people thought, I like remove my pond. I still have it. Everything is still out there. The water is still in the pond. I still have the waterfall, all the pumps, the UV filter. Everything is okay with the pond. It just doesn't have anything living in it. I would assume that my ghost shrimp that I added first are probably still in there. Maybe. Once everything dethaws, we'll run out there with cameras, get GoPro footage underneath and everything. But I'm really excited because the spring is coming soon. Everything's going to be dethawing, and eventually we'll be able to have some fish in the pond. I'm going to definitely do some cool upgrades to it. Now here's my saltwater tank. A lot of people liked it in the last video. I have some cleaning stuff over there. I kind of want to change the fish room up a little bit. I was thinking about this for a while. I kind of want to rearrange some things, make it a little bit better, a little more interesting, a better viewing experience. I haven't even done a tour for a while. I should probably do that soon. But anyways, the ducks got to my pond. I've talked about this in live streams. If people ask about it, I usually just say it. But I didn't really want to share this because it was really upsetting. And I didn't want to just like say ducks ate all my fish, because that's kind of a strange thing to say. It's either I'm going to get a net or I'm going to get a fence around it. Or I could build that sensor. That'd be kind of cool. So basically it'll have little sensors around it, and if anything goes by the pond, it'll make a noise. That might be annoying if I go out there, but it should scare away the duck, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, the pond is completely frozen over. We did dig it deeper, so it was more than 2 feet deep. So if I didn't bring the fish in, they would still be alive. Most likely because the ice layer will protect them, kind of insulate the water underneath, and the fish will just go into a dormant stage, and they would still be okay in the springtime, and they'd slowly get acclimated to the new temperatures. But gladly, they weren't out there, because if they were, the temperature is so erratic. Like, literally today it's like 35 or 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Earlier in the week, it was like 9 degrees. Like, that would be such a dramatic change for the fish. It would probably like shock them. But yeah, I would have brought them down to my 55. And let's talk about my 55. So this is my 55-gallon aquarium with 1 goldfish and probably like 100 snails, because the snails, I didn't even put them in here. They were just in here from before. This is my 55-gallon. This used to have a lot of glowfish, if you guys remember that. One of the old fish room videos. I used to have tons of glowfish I got from the Chicago Aquatic Experience. And yeah, I was growing plants and stuff, and then I decided, when I got rid of them, I decided to do something different with this tank and turn it into a goldfish aquarium. So I removed as much of the substrate as I could, and I did leave quite a bit, but then I decided to add a white layer of substrate to the top to try making it look a little bit better. I also put these really nice stones around it. These are the stones. They're like a flat little slate stone, and they look really good. However, right when I decided to fill the aquarium, the water was set too high, and I didn't have anything to prevent the sand from going up, and everything got messed up. Like, the dirt from underneath got lifted up, mixed with the white sand, looked horrible. And then I bought a couple more bags of white sand, put it over, so it looks a little bit better now. And goldfish just have so much waste. It's like crazy. They just eat and go to the bathroom. Like, people call them the pigs of the aquarium, and I totally agree with that. It gets really annoying, but I mean, they're worth it because they look really awesome. I have a mixed diet for my goldfish. I feed them flakes sometimes, but a majority of the time I just feed them these bug bites, goldfish food. I'll drop a link down below if you guys want to check them out. Not sponsored, but they're just like, the goldfish likes them. Some people in my last video said I should feed my goldfish some duckweed, and I did, and its poop turned green. Like, it's crazy. I'll show you guys. Its poop was literally little green little chunks, and it's not plants. It's the duckweed that the goldfish ate. And I literally started laughing when I saw that, but that's kind of funny. I also have a sponge filter and a fluval filter in here. The sponge filter is on the other end just so it adds a little bit more water movement and air movement into the tank. So the goldfish has more oxygen in the tank. It adds more movement to the surface. And if you guys have seen one of my videos, I made a wine glass into an aquarium. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing something like this in this tank and make it look pretty cool. If you guys want to see that, comment that down below. And if you have any video suggestions, comment down below. That'd be much appreciated. And as always, drop a little like on this video. That would help a lot. It's really sweet of you when you guys drop likes, because it's nice. But I do want to rescape this tank a little bit. It didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. And I've just been really holding off on doing this tank. The lighting isn't the best. It's kind of like more of an orange hue, and I like whiter hues. But I didn't really want to upgrade it if I haven't changed the tank up. So I feel like once I change the tank, maybe put a couple plants in there that are goldfish safe, and then get the whiter substrate and also have better stones, I'll probably just upgrade the light. I'll feel obligated to do it. And I also use this little spade tool for aquascaping. And like, I was so fancy. I scaped it, I had the sand, everything was flat, everything looked awesome. And once I filled it up, disaster. I'd love to hear about you guys. If you guys have had any disasters in your ponds or aquariums, comment it down below, and maybe we can learn from it as a community. I'd love to see that down below. But yeah, that's a real shame about the pond. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the spring. I'll definitely be getting some more goldfish. I probably won't get koi, but I might get some common goldfish that look a little bit like koi. They have a longer body, which is really nice. I also might want to get some pearl goldfish. Those things like get fat, and it's really cute. Their scales pop out. It's cool. And definitely some more randas. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting them soon, and then having them in this little tank for a while, getting used to everything, and then during the spring I'll add them out. But I'll have to quarantine them so this goldfish doesn't get sick, because goldfish are usually like bred really quickly and not kept with the best conditions, especially how much waste they have. But I might get a handful of goldfish soon, and then eventually add them to the pond. That'd be kind of cool, I think, I hope. And kind of an update, I keep messing with this tool. An update on my goldfish, its hump is starting to form a little bit. I have been feeding it a little bit more, but there's a scientific name for the hump. I'll have to put that on screen. But yeah, it's slowly getting bigger, which is pretty exciting. I really want to get my goldfish to have a huge, huge hump. I can't think of the name. It is known as a wen or a crown. Oh, also, look at my little case. I'll have these for sale soon. But yeah, the Wen, or the crown of the Oranda goldfish. That's the name. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you all on the flippity flop. Drop a like I've said that like 10 times. But I'll catch you all on the flippity flop scale later. Take it easy. Bye.